We're going to walk you through the installation of the J&L oil separator for your Nissan Rogue. Including the J&L kit is a fully assembled oil separator, a mounting bracket, a hose clamp, and 2 mounting screws. The tools you're going to need for installation is a 16mm socket, a ratchet, a Phillips head screwdriver, a 1/4" nut driver or a 1/4" socket, and a pair of needle nose pliers or pliers in general. Let's get started. Our first step, if your vehicle has an engine cover, you're going to need to remove this section of the engine cover. You're just going to pull up on the corners and release it from the grommets. Just set that to the side for now. Next, locate our factory PCV line, which is this line here going from the PCV valve, and it's snaking down and going down to the intake manifold. There's a spring clamp that is securing it. Grab a pair of pliers and squeeze that spring clamp. And lift it up. Now you should be able to pull up on your PCV line. This could be tight and you may need to kind of grab it with your pliers and twist it while you pull up. This one's been off before, so it's pretty easy to get off. Next, you want to take your J&L oil separator assembly in the mounting bracket, and you want to align the 2 logos and then use the supplied screws to mount the bracket to the oil separator. Now our oil separator assembly is going to mount off of this bolt here. It's 16mm. And we need to remove that bolt. And we're going to slide our oil separator into place and use that same bolt to mount the assembly. And you can go ahead, what you want to do is just square this up to make it nice and straight facing towards the rear of the car. And then you just want to tighten this bolt. Now we're going to work on making our hose connections. So this shorter hose with the 90-degree fitting sticking out is going to connect to our factory line. So if for whatever reason your fitting is not facing this way, these move. You can twist them. So go ahead and push your hose onto that, and then you're just going to slide your clamp right up the hose to secure that line. And then to our PCV, we're going to use our clamp that's supplied in the kit. I want the nut portion to be on the back side of the connection. It's going to make it easier for us to tighten that. And I'm going to push that straight down. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to tighten up this clamp before I get it down there, just to make this a little easier on myself. So just get it most of the way tighter on the hose, and then slide that down. All right. And then you can go around the back side. What you can actually do is this coil pack that's right here that's kind of in our way. We can unplug this. We can just press down on the top of the connection and unplug that and just push that out of the way for now, and that'll allow us to get our tool in here. And just get better access to back here. You could also use a 1/4" socket on a ratchet too. I'm going to tighten that up. Don't forget to plug your coil pack back in. show you our connection here to our factory line and our connection there. That just needs to be tight enough to seal air. This hose fits this PCV pretty tight, but you do want it secured. You shouldn't be able to pull that line off. And your last step is just to reinstall your engine cover. It's got a couple little rubber grommets that push down onto the ball studs, and you can move your oil separator line around to get that there into place. You notice in our video, this vehicle was not equipped with an engine cover. We purchased one separately, so it doesn't have the studs that the engine cover is secured to. There's one here, there should be one in this area, and one back here. So if you have them, obviously the cover is going to fit down and secure. This doesn't have them. So, but anyway, it's going to fit with or without the cover, so no big deal. So now what you want to do, drive the vehicle, put 1,000 miles on it, check your oil separator. You got quite a bit of room back here to get your hand completely back here. Loosen the can. Check what you got in there. The can holds 3 ounces in its default form, as you see here. Dump this wherever you would dispose of your used waste oil. Many auto parts stores will take it. Some people keep track of it in like a Gatorade bottle. You can throw it in your oil drain pan. Somewhere safe. When reinstalling the reservoir, get the reservoir to the base of the O-ring so the can stops, and then give it about another half a turn. That's all it needs. So don't crank that down there. Treat it like an oil filter to the O-ring. 1/3 to a half a turn is plenty tight. If you really crank it on there, it's very difficult to remove this after a couple thousand miles. On average, most of these 3 and 4 cylinder turbo cars are going to put about maybe a ½ ounce to 3/4 of an ounce oil in this oil separator every 1,000 miles. So definitely keep an eye on it. You may be able to make it to a whole 5,000 mile oil change on this, but there's a lot of variables, such as your driving style and short trips versus long trips, and even more so if you live in a cold climate in the winter months and it's very cold out. You're going to get condensation in the can that's going to mix with the oil, which will of course increase your collection rate, so you'll have to check it more often in the winter months. But pretty easy to live with. Keep these valves cleaned, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us, and we'll see you on the next one.